ya kisiasa. Hivi vyama ambavyo vinachukua muda kidogo zinasabaratika, hazitusaidii kama demokrasia nchi hii. Tujenge vyama ambavyo vitashikilia Kenya hii kama vivyo tunavyoona katika mataifa mengine. Mataifa ambayo tunasema yameendelea. Tunaona umebaki katika chama hicho, kama kimeshida unakaa huko. Kikishida sawa sawa. Huo ndio Ukenya utakaosaidia nchi yetu. Kama tumeamua kwamba tutakuwa Wakristo, utapata siku hizi watu wakidai Ukristo, lakini bado wanataka kurudia mambo baba zetu waliosema hayafai. Baba zetu waliokubali Ukristo, they knew those things that you are being told better than you. Wale walikubali Ukristo, sababu Ukristo wa Presbyterian ulikuja hapa Thogoto mwaka wa 1898. Na kuna wazee walikuwa hapa, wazee wa heshima, wa kitamaduni, waliojua mambo vizuri sana. Lakini walipotagamana na Ukristo, wakaona huu Ukristo ni kama huu una utamu fulani ambao tunapaswa kuongezea katika maisha yetu. Hawakuacha kuwa watu wa kabila lao, lakini wakaona mambo mengine ya kitamaduni hayaambatani na Ukristo. Na nimetaja tohara ya wamama ambayo ilikuwa imeshika nguvu sana upande huu. Lakini wale Wakristo waliokuwa hapa walipoingia kwa Ukristo, wakafunzwa, wakaona hili haliambatani na Ukristo, wakasema haidhuru. Hata kama manyanya zetu walipitia hali hiyo, hili jambo limepitwa na wakati. Walipoambiwa waweke sahihi, waliweka sahihi na wakakubali kwamba wataishi maisha hao. It's like Paul who says, when I was practicing Judaism, I practiced it to the letter. Nilikuwa Myahudi na sikuacha jambo lolote la Uyahudi. Anawaambia watu kwamba katika barua zake, I was a real Jew, circumcised on the 8th day, brought up in Jerusalem, the epicenter of Judaism, taught by a very serious Jewish teacher aliyeitwa Professor Gamaliel. Huyo ndiye aliyekuwa mwalimu wangu. Nikaigizwa kwa Uyahudi, and I belonged to one very important party called the party of the Pharisees. Na kwa hivyo nikaigiwa na Uyahudi na nikaanza kufahamu mambo ya Uyahudi na nikayafanya kwa njia kubwa sana. Lakini pale Yesu aliponitokea, hiyo mambo yote na sifa zote nilizokuwa nazo, I counted it as rubbish. In fact, some versions say, I counted it as dung, kinyesi. Sifa hizo zote nilizokuwa nazo, title hizo zote nilizokuwa nazo, nilipokuwa Mkristo niliachana na hali hizo zote. Kwa hivyo, funzo la Paulo kwetu ni kwamba lolote ambalo nzuri tumeingia ndani yake, tusiwahi kurudi nyuma. Let's never go back when we have chosen the way that we want to go the right way. Sasa tumeungana kabisa kama Kenya. Tusije wakati mwingine tukajipata tunavuja Kenya. Mnakumbuka uchaguzi uliopita? Kuna wakati ilisemekana sasa kutakuwa na Kenya mbili. Na ramani zikachorwa, hii itakuwa pande hii, hii itakuwa pande hii, hawa waanze kuchukua kodi na hawa walipe pande hii. Na tukawa na mapresidenti wawili, 2 at the cost of 1. Hiyo Mwenyezi Mungu atusaidie tusiwahi tena, because we are one country. Whatever happens, even if something goes wrong, we can correct it. Tutafute njia ya kurekebisha yale ambayo yanaweza kuwa yameenda kombo. Tusitafute njia ya kujivuja, sababu we are one entity called Kenya and there is no other better way. Na tumeona yale mataifa ambayo yamefuata njia zingine ambazo zinavuja nchi. Wale ambao mmeamua na kuchukua kuwa Wakristo kama alivyokuwa mama yetu, tumeambiwa mambo ya 1940s, wakati aliingia shule, wakati alibatizwa na mchungaji aliyeitwa Ishmael Wango. Hao ni wachungaji wa kwanza kabisa katika kanisa letu wa Afrika. And she has walked that path all through, bila ya kuenda kinyume na kinyume. Lakini wengine wetu tunaingia katika jambo nzuri, katikati tunaliacha, tunaingia kwa lingine na hatukai huko. Tena tunarudi tena upande huu mwingine. Tunaenda pande ile nyingine, tunarudi upande huu mwingine. Mwishowe hata haijulikani ulikuwa wa upande gani. Bwana asifiwe. Paulo ni funzo kwetu kwamba lolote nzuri ambalo Mungu ametupatia nafasi, tukae katika jambo hilo, tulizingatie na tulifuatilie mpaka mwisho wake. Yale mafunzo ambayo tumeyapata katika jambo fulani, mafunzo hayo tuyashikilie bila kupita njia za kando za kutuelekeza kwingine. Our professionals, kama wewe umesomea kazi ya ualimu, ufanye ualimu ulivyofunzwa. Ufanye ualimu ambao una mazao. Kama wewe unafanya hesabu, ufanye hesabu kama vile Paul angefanya kama angekuwa mwana hesabu. If Paul was an auditor or an accountant, you can be sure books zake zingebalance, because he would have spent all his time attend to the books in his heart. If Paul was an agricultural officer, tunajua angesimamia kilimo kwa njia inayofaa. Kama Paul, kulingana na ushahidi ambao tumepata hapa, angekuwa dereva, he would never have overlapped. Hello? Hage overlap wakati wowote. He would have kept left unless overtaking. Lakini siku hizi madereva wamefunzwa, wamepata elimu, lakini they don't remember that in Kenya, left is right in Kenya. Left is the right thing. Left is right. In Kenya, right is wrong. Hello? Yeah. In Kenya, left is right. Right is wrong. Kama Paul angekuwa dereva Kenya hii, hatungepata ajali tunazozipata ambazo hazifai. Kama angekuwa daktari, unajua kwa hakika kwamba waliopitia mikononi mwake wangeshughulikiwa kwa njia inayofaa, wangepewa matibabu yanayofaa, wangepewa dawa inayowafaa. Kama angekuwa governor kama Nyoro, angesimamia kaunti yake kwa njia mwafaka, angesimamia rasilimali iliyoko huko kwa njia inayofaa, because when he chose to do something, he did it to his best. Na kama angekuwa raia mwema, angetumisha amani, hangesababisha vita, angekuwa mahali anapaswa kuwa. Kama angekuwa mwana Kenya hii, hangetukana wamama, angekuwa na waheshimu sababu walimzaa na wamezaa wote ambao tuko hapa. If he was a Kenyan, an ordinary Kenyan, hagemshabulia mama vile mama alivyoshabuliwa wakati mmoja pale Profesa Wangari Maathai Road. Tukaaibika sana kama wanaume, tusionekane kama sote tunashangilia mambo kama hayo. Kama angekuwa mwananchi wa Kenya, angelinda mazingira, hangehusika katika kubomoa na kuharibu mazingira, because whatever he chose to do, he did it and did it in the right way. When he was a follower of Judaism, he was a real Judaizer. Alikuwa Farisayo, alikuwa hapendi kusikiza Yesu akitajwa. Lakini alipokuwa Mkristo, hayo yote akaona ni takataka, akaingia katika Ukristo. Kama angekuwa mhubiri kama nilivyo mimi, angesimamia uhubiri kwa njia inayofaa, angepeana unabii wa Mungu bila kuogopa, angefikishia watu wa Mungu ujumbe wa Mungu kwa njia inayofaa. The challenge to you and me today, how are we practicing what we have been entrusted with? Lile ambalo tumepewa tulitimize, tunalitimiza kwa njia gani? Katika uongozi, katika utawala, katika mambo ya imani, katika mambo ya wananchi, tunatimiza namna gani? Kama nilivyosema, tuwashangilia kwa sababu mama aliyebatizwa katika kanisa Hata kama askofu alijaribu kumuwinda, amesema hapa ushahidi wake, alijaribu kuwinda mama ati awe ni wa Mother Union. Akamwambia katu, mimi lile nililochagua nimeshikilia. Kuna wengine wametoka Mother Union wakaja Women's Guild. Wakakaa kidogo wakaenda CWA. Wakatoka CWA wakaenda ingine na ingine. Mwishowe tuwachanganyikiwa. Sasa haya mazishi yataongozwa na nani? Au tugawane? Muagirikana dakika 5, MPCA naye, hata Mukulino naona ako hapa. Sababu lakini sasa hapa hatuna ugomvi, hatubishani. Sababu mama alikuwa barua inayosomeka. Hakulegalega kama ilivyosemwa hapa. Upande wa kushoto na wa kulia. Alikaa katika imani mpaka kumalizia. Kwa hivyo mambo ambayo Mungu ametupatia tuyashikilie, tuyasimamie, tusiwe kwamba kidogo tuko na wasiwasi. Hata katika ndoa zetu wanaume, unajua wanaume wengine wakifa inakuwa ngumu kuwazika. Sababu kuna wengi wanaodai, wengine wana ushahidi, wengine hawana. Lakini inakuwa gumu sababu barua haisomeki hii. Sababu kuna watoto wenyewe, isipokuwa ni vile hatutaki kusema, wanafanana na yeye kabisa. Na marehemu. Wewe kama vile ukimwangalia mama na uangalie Kinuthia Mbogwa, angalia hizo sura. You don't have to do any DNA. Ujue Kinuthia ni mtoto wa huyu mama. We don't know the father, but mama kwa hakika tunajua ni huyu, sababu sura ni hii tu kabisa. Lakini wengine wetu wanaume tukifa kutakuwa kugumu sana. Ikasemekana kuna mwingine huyu mtoto, igawa hatuna ushahidi, lakini hii ni kazi ya fulani hii. Paulo anasema mimi nilipochagua kuwa Mkristo nilikalia Ukristo. Nilipokuwa Mayahudi nilikuwa Yahudi. Sikuwa naenda pande hii. Na nyinyi wanaume tukiokoke na tuokoke vizuri. Na wamama pia. Sababu umeanza kutuiga tabia zetu baya. Wanasifiwe. Tushikilie jambo ambalo tumeko ndani yake mpaka tamati yake. Na hata sasa ninarudia tena, tukienda kwa uchaguzi mwezi wa 8, likitokea gani au gani, hatuhami Kenya. Tutakaa hapa. Akishinda fulani tusiyempenda, sisi hatukumpigia kura, tutalia kidogo. Lakini tutasema haidhuru, igawa inadhuru. Haidhuru tu, lakini sawa, uchaguzi miaka 5 sio mingi. Si tutagoja. Si 5 imeisha. Akishinda atakayeshinda, tusidhanie tulioshinda sisi ndio wa Kenya zaidi kuliko walioshindwa. Lazima tusimamie Kenya yetu kama ilivyo kwa wakati wote. Kwa hivyo himizo letu kuendelea mbele ni kwamba yale Mungu, zile process ambazo tumezianzisha, tuhakikishe zimefika mahali zinapaswa kufika. Tuzitetee, tusimame nazo mpaka mwisho. Bwana asifiwe. Na tuombe. Asante Mwenyezi Mungu kwa kutupa mifano ambayo tunapaswa kuiga. Twaona mfano wa mtume wako Paulo aliyesimamia Ukristo kuanzia mwanzo mpaka mwisho. Hakuenda kinyume. Twaona mama yetu ambaye aliingia katika kanisa, akasimama katika kikundi cha wamama, akakaa hapo mpaka kumalizia. Akasimamia boma yake mpaka kumalizia. Na sisi yale mambo ambayo umetupa jukumu kuyaangalia, utusaidie kuyasimamia. Na tusiende kinyume na mambo hayo tukaingia kwa mambo mengine. Tusichanganyikiwe, tuwe sawa katika Bwana. Tuomba kwa imani katika jina la Yesu Kristo Mwokozi wetu. Amen.
Thank you so much, moderator, for that sermon. Pia wewe ubarikiwe. So this time tutaombea familia, na yule ambaye atatuongoza kwa maombi ya familia ni Bishop Jenga. Na kwa hivyo ningeomba familia tu watokezee hapa, ili nao wachungaji wale wengine wale wataweza tuweze kuzingira familia kidogo, naye Bishop atuongoze kwa maombi haya. Haya, tutokezee familia. Titheru twe morata otahana tareage Jesu nirio ritwa yake oe muto hoeri ayo horo ushona. Wachungaji, tusingile familia. Ate toge hoya ngai agerega koi. Naomba kanisa sote tukaweza kusimama ili tuikabidhi hii familia katika mikono ya Bwana.
Kete maito Lois Mwathani twaririkana miaka igana na twamenya maundu maria mutumia uyu ndungata yaku ahitukiire akagerera miriko miriku ithunguri-ini githaka-ini gitumanu na nduma-ini itangigweteka. Tugagucokeria ngatho ni undu wa guo arugamire na agikwinengera we mwene utuike mutongoria wake na mwathi wake. Mwathani, ni twagucokeria ngatho muno. Miaka igana ni ihinda iraya na maitu Njeri arathire oro uguo nginya mwiri wake uranoga na arona riu ni agereire ainuke akahuruke hamwe nawe. Oya ngatho citu Mwathani. Na Mwathani, ni tugukuririkania maundu macio riria arahitukagira mo, uritu uria aiguire na mathina matangigweteka. Tutiuĩ ũrĩa ciana ici rĩmwe cianamũremera ona rĩrĩa ciarĩ nyinyi, na hihi akaigua ũru ngoro ona toreri ũrĩa ũmũhete wa ciana ciake ũtaraciara maciaro. Twakũhoya ndũkareke athiĩ gwaku na ruo rũu, no ũmũkirĩre. Tutiuĩ ũrĩa ananyamarĩka rĩmwe agĩte kĩndũ gĩa kũhe ciana ici na nĩ gũtukire, na hihi agathĩnĩka mũno ona rĩrĩa systems imwe cia mwathanire ciamũhatagĩrĩrio ta ũrĩa cianahatĩrĩria aingĩ bũrũri-inĩ ũyũ witũ, na akaigua nĩ arigwo nĩ ũrĩa gũkwĩra, na hihi ona kũrĩrĩra na akona ta ũtekũmũigua. No nĩ twagũcokeria ngatho atĩ nĩ gwakinyire ihinda akĩona nĩ ũmũiguaga. Ũrogocwo Ngai witũ tondũ ciĩranĩro ciaku nĩ cia ma. Ihinda rĩrĩ rĩake rĩa kũrigĩrĩria nĩ tuona nĩ arathire mũnogu na mĩaka ĩgathiĩ mũno, na rĩngĩ mathĩna maritũ ona tutiuĩ ũrĩa araiguire. Hihi rĩrĩa araiguire o matukũ maya ma kũrigĩrĩria, mũtumia mũciari akĩimwo gĩtĩo nĩ ndũrĩka cia bũrũri itangĩgigima ona ikĩaria ũru igũrũ rĩa mũciari, na tutiuĩ kana ngoro yake nĩ ĩrahũrĩkire ũru, na tutiuĩ kĩrĩro kĩrĩa kĩramũgĩire ngoro-inĩ. Nĩ tũgũgũthaitha mũno ndũkareke ahĩtũke oke gwaku na ruo rũu ona kana marakara macio, ona hihi ndagakorwo araririe mũgambo ũngĩtũma ta rũrĩrĩ tũkinyĩrwo nĩ maũndũ moru ma gũtũthĩnia nä kå iguithia må ciari ruo ta rå u. Na rä u Mwathani nä tåä nä å ramå hete ciana, na hihi ona rä mwana igua ruo agä thika ciana icio, imwe ciacio iria thikä te, ona imwe cia ciana ciake. Na ruo rå u Mwathani, tondå anakerwo nä ruo ta må ciari, ona ruo twagå thaitha ndagakä re må kuru wa nduma ya gä kuå ena ruo rå u. Ciana ici ciothe aratå hete Mwathani, na imwe nä irå gamä te wega na tå kona maciaro ma wä ra å rä a irutä te. Rä mwana cio ikä giä ka igä tungata bå rå ri å yå, na rä mwe ikaruta mawä ra maritå kwä na mathä na maingä, na rä mwe ikaga kä rä gä rä ro tondå nduma nä ndumanu, na rä ngä ikahatä rä rä ka tondå itirona gå gä kä ka wega, na rä ngä ikahoya mahoya marä a å tekå igua. Ona cio ciothe nä twacirehe kå rä we, na twamahoera å mwe wao, nä getha å guo å ramateithirie marona nyina agä tuä kania kä rä ti gä kä. Mwathani, ona cio ciärute cineane kå rä we, we Ngai å tå raga muoyo na ndwä rä hagä ria. Nä å ramahete aingä ao ciana, na imwe i haha na nä macirerete, magå korwo nä maiguä te å ru mona ciana icio itegå thiä wega, na rä mwe makageria gå ciritha na gå cirehe hakuhä, o ta å rä a ngå kå ĩcokanagä ria tå cui twayo, na rä mwe manona ta wä ra å cio wä wa tũhũ. Onao Mwathani nĩ twamahoera, horeria ngoro ciao na ũmahe thayũ, na ũmamenyithie wĩra waku ndũhanaine na wĩra wa ũkombo ona hanini. Onacio ciana icio nĩ ũracihete ciana, na ti aingĩ makinyaga Mwathani makona rũciaro rwa gatatũ mĩtũrĩre-inĩ yao. Nacio icio Mwathani, tondũ no ciana ciumĩte mũthimo-inĩ wa maitũ Njeri, onacio nĩ twacirehe kũrĩ we. Onacio icio nĩ twerwo nĩ ũracihete ciana, o nginya hakagĩa kamwe ka rũciaro rwa kana. Mwathani, nĩ twakũrehere gĩkeno kĩu, na ciana icio ciothe twacineana rĩu kũrĩ we, nĩ ciona maitũ na cũcũ Njeri akĩhĩtũka ndiihũ cia thĩ ĩno ĩthĩnanagia, ona wiki ta kuma hĩndĩ watigirwo nĩ mũthuri wake, na ciona akĩgiĩka nĩgetha acirere atarĩ na wa gwĩka, na atarĩ na ũtonga mũnene wa thĩ ĩno, na atarigicĩirio nĩ mahinya maingĩ, na akahota gũtuĩkania rũgendo akirĩrĩirie omĩrĩirie na arera ciana icio. Rĩu tondũ Ngai nĩ wagĩtwĩrire nĩ ũkinyagĩria ciana waganu wa maithe, o nginya rũciaro rwa gatatũ na rwa kana rwa andũ arĩa magũthũire, na atĩ nĩ ũiguagĩra andũ ngiri na ngiri tha arĩa makwendete na maiguaga maathani maku. Gĩkinyĩria ciana ici cia maitũ Njeri kĩrathimo kĩu o ũguo weranĩire. Ndũkamarehere kĩng'ũki ona kĩrĩkũ kĩngĩmathũkia, ona hihi maitũ Njeri angĩkorwo kwĩ mehia ekire ndũkanamakinyĩrie, meherie na ũriganĩrwo nĩmo, o ta ũrĩa watwĩrire nĩ ũhuhaga maũru ma thĩ ĩno, o ta rũhuho magathiĩ kũraya. Ndũkanareke ciana ici cione ũru kana ikinyĩrĩrwo nĩ kĩrumi kana kĩng'ũki gĩtangĩgweteka nĩ ũndũ wa maitũ Njeri. Rĩu andũ aya nĩ a bũrũri Mwathani, na ciana icio ciothe o ũũ itariĩ nĩ twacineana kũrĩ bũrũri wa Kenya. Amwe nĩ megũtungata mĩaka mĩingĩ na mawĩra tũtoĩ, amwe hihi nĩ mekũruta mawĩra, na amwe hihi maremwo nĩ kũrũgama wega. Aba marorage o ũmwe wao, na ndũkanariganĩrwo nĩo twagũthaitha. Ũkĩrathima andũ aku, ũkĩrathima andũ a Kenya, ũkĩrathima bũrũri wa Kenya, ririkana ciana ici Mwathani ciothe nĩ twagũthaitha. Na tondũ Ngai ndũrĩ mũũru wa kũriganĩrwo nĩ mawĩra marĩa marutagwo rĩ, Ririkana wĩtĩkio wa maitũ Njeri na ũtungata ũcio atungata. Kinyĩria ciana ici kĩrathimo kĩu. Amwe mangĩkagaga mage kũrũgama wega. Makirĩre nĩ ũndũ wa maitũ Njeri ũcio wa gũtungata. O nginya oima ũigũ-inĩ wa nyama. Aiyũirwo nĩ gĩkeno na thayũ na ũtũũro mũnene wa matukũ. Rĩu nĩ twakũnea ciana ici ciothe na mũhĩrĩga ũyũ Mwathani cirathime. Na ũke kuo ũmarorage. Na ndũkaneherie maitho maku harĩ o twagũthaitha. Ona arĩa mangĩagarara watho waku macokagie kũrĩ we. O ta tũcui tũracokererio mathagu-inĩ ma ngũkũ. Ũguo nĩguo twagũthaitha Ngai Ithe witũ tondũ nĩtũĩ nĩ ũtũiguaga. Na bũrũri ũyũ witũ mehia ona marĩkũ mangĩkwo nĩ mũndũ ndũkanareke macokerere bũrũri wa Kenya. Meherie twagũthaitha. Na ayo meheranagĩrie na ũũru ũcio matũrage marĩ andũ aku. Ũguo nĩguo twakũhoya na twagũthaitha Baba. Na nĩtũĩ nĩ ũtũiguaga. Thĩinĩ wa rĩĩtwa rĩa Ngai Ithe witũ na rĩa Ngai Mũriũ na rĩa Ngai Roho Mũtheru.
Amen.
Amen. And again, amen.
Amen.
Mwĩthiĩrei na thayũ wa Ngai wanyu.
Tiga wari mwena wako kĩndũĩrĩra ndũcia ngoro yakwa nĩcingĩahotire tiga wanjaragĩrio kanjĩraga atĩrĩ wothe mekĩkaga nĩguo nyone Gloria maũndũ mothe we Ngai wĩkaga magegania ũiyũrĩte hinya na nĩkĩo ngoro yakwa ĩiyũire gĩkeno nĩ kũmenya ndĩ nawe wĩ mũndũ. Now this time I wish to invite Honorable Kennedy Abogwa for the vote of thanks.
Your Excellency the President, our clergy, me and my family are overwhelmed by your presence. There are one or two things which may not have been said about Ma'am, and as I give the vote of thanks, allow me to mention them because there are only one or two. You have seen her generation. Is like the sand of the sea. But what is surprising is that my mother was born alone. She did not have a sister. She did not have a brother. But you can see brothers and sisters have come in many ways to her. My mother was particularly proud of two things in her life. One was her contribution in the freedom struggle for the independence of this country. Of course, she was young in those days. She was in her late 20s up to her early 30s. But her parents, of course, and particularly one of our maternal grandmother, was the general in charge of this region, Your Excellency. In fact, it's through my maternal grandmother that we and our family got a sort of political taste. She was a very strong lady, our maternal grandmother, and in the early Independence Day, she made us sure that we have participated Jamhuri Day, and all the other Independence Day. But more importantly, you know, in those days, Kenyans used to, a lot of unity, and they used to go to Gatundu to visit our first president a lot. She would always make sure she packed us in a bus. Literally every weekend we were in Gatundu. The traditional Kikuyu musical instrument called Kegamba. She made sure that we know how to play it. I was tiny, and here, that thing is very big. And you have to do your leg like this for it to make noise. She ensured we learned of it, and we would go and dance with it. That is how maybe we did not know that she is building patriotism in us. And that patriotism, Your Excellency, is still in our blood. My mother she inherited quite a bit of that. The thing I was starting to say she was proud of is to remind me how in the struggle for independence, she used as a scout, because now at her age, 29, she could only be a scout, logistical people, those who take food to the freedom fighters. Her role was to carry bullets and grenades. So when she wanted me to persuade me to do something, you know how mothers do it, she would remind me how she used to carry me in Angoi, between me, that is me now here, tiny, and Vorovoro and grenades between me and her back. It's like a suicide bomber. She reminded me. Now I would know she wanted me to do something. The other thing, she was very proud of the role she played. She was also very proud at the local level, family level, because you have noticed that she stayed with her husband for about 29 years. She stayed with her husband about 25 years. It was reasonable, but she has stayed without a husband for about 50 years. Which means, literally, she is the one who has brought us up. Because, like myself, my sister, my elder sister there, Joki, was of course big. My other sister who I follow, yeah, that is Joki. The other sister I follow, who is now not, went to stay with the Lord. So she would, so most of the time now, she took charge of bringing us up. So again, when she wanted me to do something, she would remind me, because now my sisters married when I was still small. They are much more senior than me. So I was left now as the boy in the house with now my smaller sibling, James Jau, Mudhoni, and Wajiko, who also went to the Lord 2 years ago or so. So ordinarily what would happen is that now in the house I would take the responsibility of my sisters, maybe making some small meals, arranging for the firewood, but she never allowed me to do any of those things. So she would always remind me, where can there no entry direct or na mohu? Where can there no entry or who tia makara, or the dhukuru na makara? Now I would know she wanted me to do something. Because now she devoted her life to ensure, to bring us up. Other than church, my mom, I would honestly say she wasn't involved in many other activities. But 100% devoted to bring us up, which of course it bore fruit, because my education was never interrupted in any manner. I cannot cheat. My education was flawless. It was never interrupted because you would ensure she does everything for us. She has been my institutional memory because my mother had a very sharp memory to her last day. Me, there are many things I may not remember. But I think she spoiled me because though I never always made a lot of effort to remember and keep a lot of things in my head, She spoiled me because I always knew nikikibia kwake atanikubusha, ataniambia, so you are related to so and so like this, they are related like this. She would always update me, things which happened many years. Your Excellency, today I'm regretting because now I don't have an institutional memory. My library has gone. I did not record a lot of those things, and I would urge you, those who still have your parents, please record some of the things, write them somewhere. Myself, I didn't, I need to be honest. And today I regret, because she has gone and she is like a library to me and my family. Those are the few things that she had been very proud of, and she taught us patriotism, and as I've said, patriotism runs in our blood. Lastly, Your Excellency, I'll do it quickly, because I was asked just to give a vote of thanks, which will not take more than 2 minutes. Your Excellency, accept mine and my family's thank you to you. Even before I came into reality of what happened to Mom, because as I've said, I've never known Mom in 100 years to go through hospital, nor take medicine. But now when she got sick, immediately after Christmas, of course we said, she is strong, she will get out of it. She got pneumonia, we took her to hospital, but after 3 days, she was diagnosed to have corona, and she still came out of it very strong, and came back home here, just as she was. Then after a month of being very strong, very good, one morning we just woke up to find her memory is not coordinating. And we found it unusual. We called the doctor, and they told us, let us take her for only 2 days. We will confirm what is wrong. Because by the time we left hospital, the doctors have told me they have never seen such a strong person. Your mother is so strong, so strong. So when she went, now she never came back. And His Excellency was the first to condole with our family. Thank you, Your Excellency. And not only that, you gave us all the support. We missed nothing. The staff, led by the head of public service, have come to see us. And you did us great. We will never have enough word to say thank you to you. Even your presence here, Your Excellency, is not something small. This Kalide inhabitants here, you have made them proud. You have made my family proud. You have made the inhabitants of Kalide proud. You have made the inhabitant of Thogoto, Gekabura, because we are part of Gekabura and Thogoto, Vigio. You have made them proud. This is not your first interaction with this community, because Gideado Kalide Mutirihaha, Gidevara ito drado deko, Iriatote toto iriagado deko. Your Excellency, recently you gave instruction, because our home is here in the opening. The rest of the community are after me now, after us. We are the one here on the road, the bigger community, and there is a road 4 kilometers, which take us now to the primary school we went, the church we go for the pedestrian. It has never been done anything. And you have given instruction, itapatarami. And wakalideo dongemonge kienda, okerete ogu. Your Excellency, we say thank you very much. Koro tiga kanithane kiwira utiga nyari nyoro ena record ya maundu maria mothe wekire kuria Kamangu tone party ya guku varavara na rami mai no ne ari kiaria hedingi koguo ithue community a area no, Your Excellency, we have benefited a lot from your leadership, and we love you. Na uko tire rugenge, we love you a lot, and we will continue being supportive to you and praying for you and the government. You know, when the president came to a very humble lady, my mother's funeral, mwahotarege mweshirio kire todo the staff wake tiguo munene ando aria etho mboyanagia muno nao ni ando aya tugaga a kawaida. Niĩ nĩ witnessite to tugikoragwo nake maundu maria erũmbũyanagia namo muno nĩ mandu a kawaida. Nĩkĩo mũkũmuona haha, tomati mathiko make ma mbere ma gũthiĩ kũrĩ kwa mũndũ wa kawaida, ũguo nĩguo ekaga. Ingĩmwĩra, niĩ makaga mũno, I'm not always very surprised when I see the number in his list, the people he is educating with his own money, with his own salary. The list is so long. The list of people he cares medically, the list is so long. Mĩrimũ mũndũ ũcio ndakahona, no mũnene atwĩraga niĩ na my colleagues mwĩkĩre ni list nginya akahona. Ndagĩka ĩno andũ arĩa me nja ya bũrũri, ona rĩu gũtuĩka rĩu mũnene witũ nĩamĩkĩte sure tũtirathiĩ na nja nĩtũrathondekerwo gũkũ. No list ĩyo na andũ ndagĩka ĩno tũraria arĩa me nja under his nĩwe ũrarĩha. Ingĩmũthomera mũngĩmaka mũno, tondũ ndĩkĩrĩ na list ĩyo twĩna colleagues aitũ. Niĩ ndĩramakire mũno. I was very surprised this month when he recently called me. Aranjĩra ciana cia ici ciatigwo nĩ mũthuri ũyũ, family ĩtarĩ na hinya. Aranjĩra ciana ici mũthiĩ mũciĩkĩre under my sponsorship na me primary atĩ nginya makarĩkia mpaka wamalize university. Of course, I could not jibu mkubwa, but I said, but mkubwa soon you'll be leaving office. Sasa atawasomesa universities. That is how he is. And he was serious, despite the fact that he will not be in office, but he will be in other offices, of course. But even today, and now in his list, he is still adding those who will continue educating, those who will continue paying hospital bills, those who will continue, tondu andu aria munene a keire even sikaro. Tondu tha ciake anga nĩ nyingĩ mũno, nyũmba akamahe, nĩ nyũmba nyingĩ gũkĩrĩria Ministry of Housing iraka. Agaka agakune. Your Excellency, there's nothing we can ever give you as Kenyans, except the prayers that you have heard from our clergy. And the Lord will bless you and your generations yet to come, Your Excellency, sir. Give also my thanks. If I don't mention everybody, it's because other than His Excellency the President, I'm at a loss who to mention or not to mention. So please allow me not to read that list. Because who is not here, who is not worth being thanked, surely. Even you are coming today, leaving your business and coming. Is it not worth being thanked for? So allow me not to read the list. Ati niseme huyu, niseme yule. So Chairman Kamati, Mr. Ng'ang'a of Naivasha, your committee, if I don't say you by name, the service providers, is because I'm at a loss. The choirs are here, the clergies are here, our friends are here, now nitaanzia wapi. So accept my big thank you in whatever manner you supported us. Of course, my Governor Kiambu, my Governor Nakuru, I have two governors. Thank you very much. You have been here through and through. Even Nyeri, the deputy, has been here. The regional commissioner, you have all been here. So please, all of you, accept my big thank you. But allow me, Excellency, as I step down, to single out the nurses who looked after my mom in her last days. Dr. Mukaya, are you there? Why don't you step here, Your Excellency, our honor, because you are a great people. This Dr. Mukaya, there is the two nurses. There is Nurse Breda, and there is Nurse, those ones. There was another doctor also, I think, Owo. Yeah, and Dr. Kevin, I thought you are coordinating also the team. Or because you are part of the family. So, Excellency, that's our son, Dr. Kevin Bogwa. They really looked at our mother. The hospital helicopter gave me this doctor, those nurses to come home with my mom, and they literally were sleeping day and night here to her last day. So I have no enough words to thank you people. And all the members of my close family, our spouses, me and my brother, they are here. They made sure my mom lacked nothing. My sister, they made sure my parent lacked nothing. You always forget something. So for whatever I may have forgotten, please, it is not deliberate. Your Excellency, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa Bugwa, for that. And now we are done with the first part of the service. And so I'll invite Getone again, 2 minutes, to give us how the procession to the graveside will be. Then from there, we'll just proceed to the graveside.
Asante sana. Nijaposema kwa lugha ya manabii, nitoe mwili wangu uchomwe kwa moto, nitoe mali yangu ipewe maskini, na niwe sina upendo, mimi ni kitu bure. Tumekuja siku ya leo kushuhudia upendo wa mama, na kwa hakika tunazidi kuuona. Wale ambao wamekuwa kiuliza Mheshimiwa Kiambu alitoa wapi huo upole, mumeona. Wale ambao wamekuwa wakiuliza ametoa wapi ujasiri wa utendakazi kwa utaratibu pasina kupiga kelele, tumekuja kujua ukweli siku ya leo. Naomba nitangaze mambo mawili. Na tangazo la kwanza ni kwamba tukishamaliza ibada hii, sehemu hii ya kwanza, kama tulivyoongozwa na wakuu wetu wa Injili, tutaenda kumpeleka mama katika makaburi, mahala ambapo tutamlaza, tukiwa na imani kwamba kama Kristo alivyokufa na akazikwa, kisha imani yetu kama Wakristo ni kwamba tuna imani yatafufuka. Tutarajia kwamba siku moja tutakutana na mama yetu. Mahala ambapo tunaenda kumlaza pana uhaba wa nafasi. Kwa hivyo nitaomba mnikubalie, sio sote ambao tutaweza kwenda mahali pale. Tukubalie the family of Mr. and Mrs. Mbugwa, the family of Mr. and Mrs. Njau, familia ya dada yetu Ann, na familia ya dada yetu Salome. Just the close family members, kindly. Kwa sababu if we say the entire family, we are almost 1,000 and we know the area. So mtanikubalia tu wale wachache ambao tutapata hiyo nafasi. Baada ya kuondoka, tutakuwa na nafasi ya kuapisha nanyi muingie. Kisha ujumbe wa Mheshimiwa Rais. Vile vile wachungaji naona tuko wengi. Moderator na SG mkinikubalia labda wachungaji 7, kwa sababu that space is very small. So if you can allow me to request maybe 7 of you to represent the rest, I'll be very happy. Jambo la pili ni kwamba baada yetu kumaliza sherehe hiyo, ukarimu wa familia hii wametuandalia maamkuli, na familia wale wote ambao watakuwa upande wa nyuma, hema iliyoko hapa nyuma yangu, kuna nafasi ambayo tumeitenga kwa ajili ya familia. Only 150 seats. So no aspiring family member. Let us only have the family members there. Do mothe omudo wothe arauga ati Kinothia Mbugua ni mama, Kinothia Mbugua ni cousin. Tafadhali tukubalie tu the most close family wataingia hapo pamoja na Mheshimiwa Rais. Lakini wale wengine wote pale nyuma kuna truck ambayo imepakiwa hapo. It has enough food. I've been told there is 4,000 pieces of packed lunch. 4,000 pieces. Na sisi ambao tumeketi hapa ni kama 2,000. Kwa hivyo tusije tukasukumana. Kwa taratibu tu tutaenda polepole. As you get your piece, come and rest, ule, ama wale ambao wangependa kuondoka unachukua alafu tunaondoka. Tukubaliane hivyo. Let us give our security team an easy time. Tusikimbie kule kushinikizana na hao. Family members, as I've requested, let us allow the Cruz family waweze kwenda, kisha wakisha ondoka we'll have an opening for the others also to go, na uweze kupata mahali pa kupumzisha shosho. Kabla nimalize, I would wish to request the State House Choir. We shall never say goodbye to our beloved in that city which the Lord has prepared for us all. The State House Choir. Makofi mazuri. We shall never say goodbye. Na kwa sababu tumepewa siku nzuri siku ya leo na mama Igoro Riama Udumo. Thank you so much. Asante sana. Nitaomba sasa nirudishe kwake Secretary General ili aweze kutuongoza. Niombe tu yale ambayo tumeombwa tuweze kuyatii. Kristo anapoacha wanafunzi wake anawaambia sitawaacha yatima. Nitawatumia msaidizi ambaye ni Roho Mtakatifu atakayewakumbusha na kuwafundisha yote ambayo waliazimia kuyatenda. Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki.
Thank you so much Bwana Gitome kwa hayo. So one more request ni ya kwamba guild ni lazima wawe kwa graveside. Kwa hivyo tupate the council wale ambao ni wapare viongozi waweze kuwa pale, sababu hatuwezi tukamalizia ibada ya kumsidikisha mama yetu bila nyinyi. Kwa hiyo mjipange na tuwe na kama 15 hivi wale ambao tutasaidiana kubeba jeneza na tena katika pale kwa kaburi mjipange. Wachungaji tafadhali, kama vile tumeombwa tujipange tu. Na shida sasa nitaambia nani aachwe nani aende, lakini tujipange tu. Tuende, umesema wangapi? 10. Haya 10. Haya 10. So tujipange hivyo. So tutafuatana na vile tutaenenda, wachungaji watakuwa mbele, kisha wale ambao the pall bearers watakuwa wanafuata, alafu familia pamoja na entourage ya president. President atakuwa pamoja na wachungaji, of course. Tutakuwa pamoja, tufuatane hivyo ili tuweze kwenda. Nafikiria sio bari sababu Getone hakutuambia ni wapi, lakini muhakikishe kuna mtu ambaye atakuwa pamoja nasi pale mbele akituelekeza vile tutaweza tembea mpaka kwa kaburi. Tukifanya hivyo, naomba timu ambayo imejipanga hapa ya wajanet waweze kuongoza kwa wimbo ambao tutaufanya sasa tukiondoka. Tusimame ili tuelekee kwa kaburi. Tusimame tuelekee kwa kaburi. Wale wengine watabaki na Mungu awabariki.
Ngai wakwa, Ngai wakwa, Ngai wakwa wewe magegania. Ngai wakwa, Ngai wakwa, Ngai wakwa wewe magegania. Wewe kwendete wewe magegania. Kwendete wewe magegania.
Sound check. Wachungaji wale wanahusika, wale wengine watasalia kwenye hema tafadhali. Secretary General na moderator mtanisaidia. Wale wanahusika peke yao, wale wengine tafadhali tuingie kwenye hema hapo. Na nisikubaliwe niweke askari tukate tafadhali. Wengine tuingie kule. Tuingie hapo tafadhali. Let's go there now. Yes. Tuingie pale tafadhali. Let's go there. Tuingie kule. Tuingie kwenye hema. Tusubiri kidogo, tukisha maliza nitawapea nafasi muingie. Tufungue mlango tafadhali. Hawa wametosha? Wametosha. Haya, tuingie kwenye hema tafadhali. Twendeni kwa hema. Bishop, twendeni kwa hema tafadhali. Tusubiri kidogo kwenye ile hema. Tutawapa nafasi so that you open the gate. Askofu tafadhali twende kwenye hema. Some background music, DJ, if you have something, background. Tukubalie the immediate family, wale wengine tutasalia nje kidogo tafadhali. Wachungaji kwa hema, wachungaji kule kwa hema tafadhali. Tukubalie familia peke yao wapite, family only. Familia, wale wengine tutasalia kwenye hema tafadhali. The space is limited. That's the family. Hao ni familia. Hao ni familia, officer. Those are the family members. Hao wote wape waje. Tukubalie the only immediate family. Wale wengine wasalie kwenye hema, tutawapa nafasi ya kuingia ndani tafadhali. Karibuni, karibuni. Karibuni, let us get to the dais na tusalie.
Familia tafadhali, wale ambao wako karibu. I want one representative of the family. Muiweke mzuri. Familia, tunagojea familia. Yeah. Women's Guild tuweze kuwa na wimbo. Makaigera Rera daru makaigera Gaine kwenda nega koro Rera daru makaigera Makaingera
Leria deru Makaingera Leria deru Makaingera Hallelujah Gaine kwenda Gakoro deha Leria deru Makaingera Namakero Urokai namakero urokai Gaine kwenda ngakoro neho namakero urokai Makehubo dobe metwe makehubo dobe metwe Gaine kwenda ngakoro Makaingera Leria deru Makaingera Gaine kwenda ngakoro neha Leria deru Makaingera
Basi nikiomba sasa wachungaji kwanza wazingile na wapewe mchanga kwa mkono ili tuweze kumpatia moderator program aweze kutufanyisha hivyo. Moja inatosha. Yeah.
Kuendelea kusema kuona Ngai mwene hinya wothe, ndĩrona ta harĩ athuri matahetwo tĩri hau, wapatie hao elders mchanga wawakilisha wale wengine. Kuona Ngai mwene hinya wothe, tondũ watha ciake nyingĩ nĩ oigĩte aiyũkie roho wa maitũ witũ cũcũ mũthirito mwarĩ wa ithe witũ Royce Jerry wa Mbũgua atĩ acoke kũrĩ we. Rĩu nĩ twaiga mwĩrĩ wake tĩri-inĩ, tĩri-inĩ ũcoke tĩri, mũhu nĩ ũcoke mũhu, ona rũkũngũ rũcoke rũkũngũ. Na nĩ tũrĩgĩrĩire oma atĩ Royce Jerry ũyũ wa Mbũgua nĩ akariũka agĩa na muoyo ũtagathira, tondũ Jesũ oigire atĩrĩ, nĩ niĩ kũriũka na nĩ niĩ muoyo, ũrĩa ũkuĩte arĩ thĩinĩ wakwa no akagĩa na muoyo wa tene na tene. Amen. Tuthi na mbere na mahoya. Mwathani witũ mwega, owe watũmire mũrũguo Jesũ Kristo oke atũhingũrĩre njĩra ya ũthamaki nĩ ũndũ wa kwenda gwaku rĩ, nĩtũgũgũcokeria ngatho nĩ ũndũ wa ũtũũro wa mwarĩ wa ithe witũ gũkũ mũhuro wa riũa matukũ maingĩ Mwathani marĩa ũramũhete, na tondũ nĩwe ugĩte acoke kũrĩ we, tũgacokia ngatho tondũ rĩu ndagacoka kuona ruo kana kĩeha. Ningĩ nĩ ahĩtũkĩte harĩa hothe maũrĩa mothe me mũhuro wa riũa. Ningĩ we Mwathani mũheani wa muoyo, tũnyite na guoko gwaku kwa wendi nĩguo tũtikanahotwo nĩ nduma kana kĩeha kana gũthĩnĩka kwa ngoro. O ta ũrĩa Jesũ wamũkĩrĩte ndungata ĩno yaku rĩ, tũkahoya Mwathani na ithuĩ twĩ muoyo twĩthagathage igũrũ rĩa ũthamaki waku wa tene na tene. Na tondũ gũtirĩ witũ ũĩ mũthenya rĩrĩa agacoka ũthamaki-inĩ waku rĩ, reke tũikarage twĩiguĩte na tũgethagathaga nĩ ũndũ wa ũthamaki waku. Ũgatũma ihinda rĩaku rĩakinya tũkahota kuma thĩ ĩno tũtarĩ na mwĩcuko, no twĩngwatanĩrwo hamwe na kanitha waku. Rora na tha ciaku andũ a bamĩrĩ arĩa matigĩtwo nĩ maitũ cũcũ o ũrĩa maramwĩtaga, ũmomĩrĩrie na ũmahe kĩĩrĩgĩrĩro, ũkĩmamenyithia atĩ we nĩwe kũriũka na nĩwe muoyo. Ona arĩa angĩ makuĩrĩirwo mararirikana na ruo arĩ ũrĩa manatigwo, ũkĩũmĩrĩria aya a nyũmba ĩno onao ũmomĩrĩrie. Nĩ wega nĩ ũndũ wa tha ciaku na ũtugi waku igũrũ ritũ, ona gũtũkinyia hau ũtũkinyĩtie na ũgatũhotanĩra, tondũ maũndũ macio mothe twahoya twĩtĩkĩtie ũrĩtwa-inĩ rĩa Jesũ mũhonokia witũ. Baba yetu aliye mbinguni, jina lako litukuzwe, ufalme wako na uje, mapenzi yako yatimizwe hapa duniani kama huko mbinguni. Utupe leo riziki yetu, utusamehe makosa yetu kama tunavyosamehe waliotukosea, usitutie majaribuni, lakini utuokoe na yule mwovu, kwa kuwa ufalme ni wako na nguvu na utukufu sasa na hata milele. Amen. Amen.
Asante sana. Sasa wakati huu familia wakaribie ili watayarishwe, lakini kwanza ili tuweze kupeana program kwa Bwana Gitome, tungeomba rais apewe sonzi na familia. Bwana haya, familia wakaribie na wapewe mchango.
Na watoto wake
wote kwanza wapewe mchanga, alafu tutawaelezea bila wataweka. Wote washike, waziweke, lakini washike mchanga kwa mkono. Wote wapewe mchanga. Wakaribie na upande huu hawana mchanga. Tungekuwa na vijiko mbili. Haya, sunguka wale wako upande huu. Hawana. Wote na uchunge hiyo. Nafikiria wote wamepata sasa, na tutaenda kwa utaratibu huu. Tutaanza na watoto wake, wale ambao walikuwa wanamuita mam. Haya ndio tutaanza na wao wakiongozwa na mheshimiwa